Amanda, it's not a bad assignment, one of my favorites of the year, and there really is a different atmosphere this spring here at Penn State. If he says beating Pitt is a big deal, we say you should beat Pitt. Then we crush him if there's a letdown next week. Mike, Flora, welcome inside the VIP lounge here at Hershey Park Stadium. Now, something tells me this lounge isn't here exclusively for football, judging by some of the rock and roll history on the wall. Woo! I'm ready. Are you ready, Greg? You had the run last year in the Rose Bowl. Your Heisman candidate coming in this year. Have we seen the best of Saquon Barkley?
I don't know.
And now, the signature event of all Spartan races, the spear throw. You miss, 30 burpees. Guess I better get moving. You got this, come on, you got it. Woo! There it is. Win a ticket right there. I figured I'd bring in a Celtics fan I know very well. My dad, John Welter, gracious enough to take some time away from the lake in New Hampshire. Happy Father's Day, Dad.
Happy Father's Day.
Let's go to the 9th inning, tied at 4 with the Phillies, and let's flash back to April 16th. Harper walks it off. So, what do you think? Worth the money? Let's go back to the future. I think so.
Here we go, Northern, here we go. Here we go, Northern, here we go.
Casey Lines is a cheerleader, but she never imagined she'd have to cheer for herself.
That's her favorite thing to do. She's been doing it since she could walk, really.
It's just whenever you get out in front of everyone, you just want to impress them and have fun while doing it.
This spring, a life full of cheering and positive energy
1, 2, 3, 4!
was put to the test.
You ready? Yeah! Woo! Help him get off of here.
It all happened on May 5th. I got out of the hospital, my last hospital, in June.
Casey was at a dance competition when she felt a cramp across her lower back.
I didn't collapse. A lot of people with this do, but I put myself on the floor, and that's pretty much the last time I've walked since.
It was just the start of a nightmare.
That nightmare involved multiple hospitals, doctors, and tests.
They figured out what I have is called transverse myelitis. It's basically inflammation in my spinal cord.
1/3 of the people have full recovery, 1/3 of the people have some recovery, 1/3 of the people have no recovery.
It was a lot of change, yes. But I still wanted to do something that I love, and that's cheerleading.
Everybody in their cluster, I want to see jumps, smiles, just like you're going to do it tomorrow.
I went to visit Casey in rehab and told her as long as she continued to work hard, get herself back on her feet, that we would be ready for her.
So Casey started doing what she does best, cheer.
One day I realized there's no reason she can't continue to cheer. Her upper body still does what she wants her upper body to do.
So to get Casey back involved, Northerns had to modify some of their cheers, like this one. They used to stand, and now they kneel. Ready, girls? Together we can, together we know we can.
Nobody can tell me you're gonna walk again, you're positively gonna walk again. But I know for me, personally, I have to walk again.
She's so strong, she makes the whole family feel like she's going to be well again.
Everybody's fight is different, but we're all aiming for the same thing. Everybody wants to be happy again. I found my happiness again. God wouldn't put you through this if He didn't think you could.
Together, we know we can.
Casey, the cheerleaders from Hershey, if you're watching, have a little something to say to you.
Go Casey!
Keep on cheering. Guys, back to you in the studio.
Rose Bowl Week 2016. Two Pennsylvania sportscasters have a simple mission. Cover Penn State. See all LA has to offer. But can they beat the traffic?
Hey, I got it right here on the map. Look.
What is that, a newspaper?
No, it's a map. It's a map.
Starring Pat Welter.
This is a map.
Greg Mace.
Hokey smokes, Bullwinkle.
With appearances by James Franklin.
I don't know if you could have written a better script.
Spider-Man.
Why do people from Los Angeles put "the" in front of their highways?
I have no idea.
Darth Vader.
Can the Force help you with traffic on the 10?
The Force come and the Force go.
And this guy.
Welcome to Hollywood, you have arrived.
It's the City of Angels.
Don't stop believing.
But who will save these lost souls?
No one knows where the Hollywood sign is.
I can get my map out.
Is that the 405? The 10?
This bowl season.
So stop me if I've told you this story before.
Greg Mace and Pat Welter learn.
The first time I came to the Rose Bowl here?
You told me that 15 minutes ago.
The true meaning of life in Los Angeles.
Hello from the other side.
I've traveled each and every highway.
We're never gonna get out of this.
This New Year's, don't miss the 110 to Pasadena.
But now we've got to go all the way down this hill.
Now, Ross, the movie is only available so far in Los Angeles, but we're getting good reviews. Oh, hold on a second. I got to take this. Hello? Mr. Spielberg? Well, yes, we'd love to have you direct the sequel. This summer? Well, sure. Ross, I might need you to cover for me a little longer. I don't know what to say. That was Steven Spielberg.
This is the answer the selection committee has deemed the best one. At number 4.
Yep. Washington
Champions
Huskies.
of the Pac-12.
Yep. How about it?
Washington Huskies.
Status quo Sunday. Washington in, Penn State out. Rose Bowl, here we come. The consolation prize of all consolation prizes, Penn State headed to Pasadena to face number 9 USC. So Rose Bowl, great, but you have to wonder, what if? What if the committee was swayed by Saturday night? Penn State's 21-point comeback, a Big Ten title, and another ranked win. But early losses to Michigan and Pitt proved too much. So Rose Bowl it is, hardly second rate. James Franklin appreciates the opportunity.
Yeah, I would describe it as our guys would obviously love to have been in the playoffs, but they also are excited about the opportunity to play in a big bowl game and continue our season. So we've had a great year. I'm really proud of our guys, but yeah, they would love to have been in the playoffs. We would all love to have been in the playoffs, but we're still very, very appreciative and honored for the opportunities that we have.
So there you go, James Franklin handling it with class. The question is, should we, fans, media, don't we have a right to be upset? I mean, they had a strong case. In fact, their case is the whole point of even having a committee. So tomorrow, I'll shut up. But tonight, I'm going to let it rip.
Penn State wins the Big Ten title, 38-31.
This is an open letter to the committee. You know, like one of those things your friends write on Facebook, especially after Trump won.
Our politicians do absolutely nothing.
Sounds familiar.
We looked at one loss, Washington, that loss being against a top 10 opponent.
Look, I get it. Even a child knows the difference between one loss and two.
What's better, 1 or 2 losses?
1.
But a child knows it's the quality of wins that say who should be in.
Penn State. Penn State.
Washington, great story, great team. Horrific non-conference.
Obviously, strength of schedule favored Penn State.
So Penn State lost to Michigan. If you haven't noticed, they've won 9 in a row, including 2 wins in your final top 10.
Performance on the field each and every week.
So congrats, committee. You just passed on not just the best story, but one of the best teams in the sport. Could they actually beat Alabama? Now, we'll never know. It's just football. Certainly not a reason to go out and do this. I'm not upset, I'm just disappointed. I thought me and the committee were watching the same thing.
Welcome back to Camelot.
That's the end of my open letter. I guess the committee would rather be safe than have the guts to do the right thing.
Other less controversial bowl games. Pittsburgh headed to the Pinstripe Bowl in New York City. They'll face Northwestern, and AAC champ Temple headed to Annapolis for the Military Bowl against Wake Forest. So the Steelers won big on Thanksgiving, but no Andrew Luck. Scott Tolzien was like a diet dessert. Tasted good, didn't really count. Today, the real turkey, Eli Manning and the Giants. Home game, the proverbial must-win. It all starts with defense. Pittsburgh, much better today. Second quarter, it's Eli Manning's famous red zone pick. And there's your logo, in case you forgot, branding. It's important. Speaking of brand, how about Antonio Brown? Dancing. Roethlisberger to Brown. But it's kind of footloose situation in Pittsburgh these days. Dancing, now a sin. Steelers, 24-14. No dancing for Brown. Baltimore hosting Miami. Big wild card implications in the AFC. A big day for the Ravens. Elite QB Joe Flacco. Franchise record 36 completions, 3 touchdown passes, and the Ravens win 38-6. Redskins Cardinals. Trap game out west. And speaking of west, anyone seen Westworld on HBO? Kirk, yeah? You haven't? Oh, it's great. Kirk Cousins reminds me of one of the main characters. He's finding his inner gunslinger. But it was Carson Palmer's narrative today. Predestined to win, 31-23. If you don't get the reference, watch the show. Eagles reportedly interested in Deshaun Jackson. Like Lauryn Hill saying, got a case of the X. A case of something. Eagles, a new low at Cincinnati. Andy Dalton, 2 touchdowns. Eagles have dropped 7 of 9, 32-14 the final. Moving on, Bears holding the annual teddy bear toss versus Syracuse. Garrett Mitchell going to get the first goal. And as is tradition, here come the Bears. A new record, Dave called it, 20,662 to benefit local charities. Third period, tied at 2. Aaron Ness with the game winner. Hershey has won 5 of 6. And minor league sports always have some great traditions, especially hockey.
That's one of the better ones, though. I like
that. Yeah,
one.
better than Squid.
Or the monkey, Cowboy Monkey. I love
Cowboy
that one
Monkey
too.
is fun, too.
And the Senators,
Very
that's
fun.
good. So in the bowl season, you're going out to Pasadena, most likely.
Yep.
Can I go to the Bahamas Bowl, Eastern Michigan versus Old Dominion? I hear it's a really great matchup this time of year. I need to go down there.
Yeah, the broadcasters do the game in Hawaiian shirts for that one, I believe.
Great.
Yeah, get a little sunburn.
Send me there, that's for sure.